Assassin Hot Dog coming up next. We're going to be facing God of Hyper Death in the 1v1 Fortnite Tournament to advance into the Fortnite Finals for the championship for the first time. But how are you feeling? Do you feel confident enough to win the match?
You know, you could shut up, because when I win this, everybody's gonna think I'm good.
Yeah, I agree with Assassin. I think he'll win. Unlike that monkey breath baboon R.A. Zink, who's gonna be pummeled straight into the ground by Assassin.
Lord.
And folks, it is officially here. This is the first round of the Fortnite Tournament to determine the Fortnite Champion at the end of things. For the first time in history of this illustrious community, we are kicking things off with two super players who want to make a name for themselves. Whoever reaches to 5 points first will win the first round and will advance. And it's R.A. Stick squaring off against ThunderGrizzle9, AdrianTheVoice and AltereDxBeast at game side. And how are you feeling right now, Altered, over the fact that we're going to be broadcasting for the first time in TGW history a tournament to determine a Fortnite Champion, a brand new title? Now, you are no stranger when it comes to championships. You won a Sword Tournament champion back in the past.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So how are you feeling over the fact that we're actually witnessing R.A. Zink?
I don't care. I'm just playing out. It feel like it's really fun. I'm ready. I'm ready to see
it's
somebody
going to be so much fun.
Whatever, dude. Yeah, I'm ready to see who's gonna win. It's Fortnite, everybody's favorite game.
Yeah, one of the most popular games out there. As mentioned before, it's ThunderGrizzle9 versus R.A. Zink. Already the first collision of the matchup. ThunderGrizzle now landing on his feet. This is just a snippet of how destructive these players are. ThunderGrizzle, when he is focused, by the way, he can be a killing machine. He has 14 incredible wins with over 1,000 impressive total kills and a positive KD spread of 0.73. Now, Thunder makes a great case as a champion, but Thunder is going to go against a beast. A top-notch player, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the fact that this is R.A. Zink's first appearance deceive you. Zink has a total of 434 wins with nearly 27,000 kills. And tonight, after accomplishing what he's accomplished throughout his gameplay, I can guarantee he's going to battle to become that champion. We're at the store right now. Thunder and Zink going at it, folks. ThunderGrizzle, oh my, from behind there, you see now. ThunderGrizzle trying to get the upper hand and trying to do what he can to try to take control of this matchup. And Zink is just playing along here. Remember, whoever reaches to 5 points will win the matchup. And I'm so glad we're actually kicking off this tournament with R.A. Zink, folks, because he is in my estimation, the dark horse to win this match. Zink has a must-see label, believe me. The long-awaited tournament begins tonight, folks, and it was 7 months ago that the Fortnite game arrived in the community. The game being one of the most popular games in the history of the video games altered. You actually talked about at the top of the broadcast, this is one of the most popular games out there, and we are getting set to crown a Fortnite champion after the tournament is over with. I understand that you're going to be partaking of this tournament as well, AltereDxBeast.
Yes, I will be. I will be in it. Winning every day,
so with that
like
being
always.
Said, you won a Sword Tournament back on Halo Reach a couple of weeks ago. The question is whether or not if you have what it takes to become a Fortnite champion. If you think you're going to be advancing, what are your thoughts?
Hey, I'm going to be advancing. Do this. Got this.
Well, we're going to find out who you're going to be facing tomorrow in the round 2. Look at this. These two meeting up, ladies and gentlemen. ThunderGrizzle9 squaring off against Zink, eye to eye, man to man, and a shot there to the midsection missed over. And it looks like Zink and ThunderGrizzle9 are actually battling here, and you can only imagine the frustration that begins to build each and every single time. So it looks like a little bit of a stalemate at the early stage of this matchup. Shots continuing, raining through. Zink now landing on his feet, and ThunderGrizzle trying to get himself back into this matchup, but it's Zink who's just too quick, so powerful in this match. Zink, again, a must-see label. You have to see him in action to love exactly what he does throughout the match. He's like a build savior, guys. Altered, have you ever seen Zink before in a game?
No, have you?
I have, which is, again, one of the reasons why I believe he is the dark horse to win this entire tournament. Now, I think ThunderGrizzle is an incredible player, but R.A. Zink, with the statistics, the impressive stats that he has on his head, incredible player. Zink now already trying to scout out the opponent against ThunderGrizzle9 here tonight for the first time. It's Fortnite Tournament Round 1 to determine who's going to be Fortnite Champion in a triple threat style next week. We're going to determine that a little bit later on. We're going to go ahead and try to spectate ThunderGrizzle. There he is. And ThunderGrizzle, we've seen him multiple times in the past, ladies and gentlemen. He was actually a former Jock Superior clan leader before that clan dispersed. And now it's time for ThunderGrizzle to try to find the opponent tonight. Fortnite Tournament, Alter. This is awesome.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, it is.
Have you noticed that every single time you and I are in commentary, I carry you on commentary? Because you know what? Adrian rules, Altered rules. Nonetheless, though, listen, in Battle Royale, and I actually, well, am a student journalist in real life. This is just practice. In Battle Royale, though, weapons can be obtained in chests, supply drops, on the ground, in the world, or by the loot of the eliminated players. Now, some weapons include the thermal scope assault rifle with a damage of 36 and a fire rate of 1.8, or even the minigun, which is in an application of a 12.0 fire rate and heavy damage. These great weapons make a great case for all these great TGW players, for both of these superstars to well, get and captivate and actually use it for their own advantage to see who's going to be winning and advancing for the Fortnite Tournament. Round 1, Round 2 is going to be taking place tomorrow, Round 3 is going to be taking place next Friday, and then Saturday it's going to be the championship, a triple threat style for the championship. Again, a couple of weeks ago we already broadcasted the triple threat sword tournament champion a couple of weeks ago on Halo Reach. We're going to find out who's going to be winning the Fortnite champion for the triple threat on Fortnite for the first time here. As we start out with some amateur moves at the early stage of this matchup. Altered, I have to ask you, when it comes to the strategy here between both of these superstars, you have to ask yourself, for Thunder Grizzle 9, who has a less experience compared to Zinc, what does Thunder Grizzle have to do strategy-wise to overpower Zinc?
I do not play, just play.
Well, some of the things would have to be probably to reassess the situation sometimes. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
And what about if you're Zinc, though, who is an incredible player, an incredible builder? What does Zinc have to do to overpower Thunder?
Win.
And folks, this is going to be an incredible, perhaps maybe it could be a mismatch, though. All going back to what I was just alluding at the top of the broadcast, RA Zinc is a must-see because of his incredible stats. Now, despite the fact that Thunder does have a lot less stats and KD spread compared to RA Zinc, that does not make Thunder the odds-on favorite, and vice versa. Anybody can win at any moment in time, as Zinc now up midair, trying to find Thunder Grizzle. Thunder Grizzle now is looting for some weapons here tonight into this matchup. Who's going to be advancing, though? The 16,000 subscribers here in TGW appreciating the fact that these two are kicking off the Fortnite Tournament in its first round. Again, this could be a mismatch. Two tremendous amateur players, two tremendous Fortnite players. Zinc has competed over 3,000 matches on solo. Can you imagine that? Over 3,000 in solo with 157 total wins and a positive KD spread of 2.62. That's incredible, Altered. What do you think of that?
Who got all that? Who did all that? Who you talking about?
RA Zinc. We're seeing him right now.
You're not talking about RA Zinc. You're talking about somebody else. Oh,
he's a great player. He's an incredible player. Hey, Thunder's a great player too.
Them stats
in
is
fact,
better
Thunder
than
has competed in
almost
over 2,000 Fortnite matches. Has 5 solo total wins with a KD spread of 0.8. Thunder does not want to get frustrated over the fact that his opponent has more wins in matches. Hey, Thunder, or I should say, Alter, what are you laughing at?
Nothing. Laughing at nothing.
Oh, look at this. Thunder Grizzle has a sniper rifle, and now Thunder's going to try to measure the opponent Zinc, and Zinc realizes that here. Thunder Grizzle getting shot down by Zinc, and Zinc is going to scout at the opponent. Thunder Grizzle obviously sidestepping Zinc at this point in time. Who's going to be advancing into the Round 1 tournament? Again, appreciating the fact that these two are kicking it off here on TGW's first ever tournament involving on Fortnite. Now, let's talk about the psychological factor, though, because we already talked about it. Again, it all goes back how mentally prepared. Oh, wait a second. There you see Zinc now at midair trying to attack Thunder Grizzle here. So this is going to be a developing critical point of the matchup. Thunder Grizzle trying to fight back, trying to stay away from Zinc's offense, and Zinc is just bringing it to Thunder here, trying to gain control and momentum and leverage here. It is all about leverage sometimes. And I think these two are actually building. I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless, they're taking it midair, and the shots begin to rain down. They continue to miss. Who's going to get the first shot of the matchup, though? We're going to find out between these two super players as Thunder Grizzle trying to reassess the situation. I'm going to go ahead and spectate Zinc. So, in your estimation, who do you think is going to win between Zinc and Thunder?
Zinc.
So you're saying Zinc?
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing, when Zinc gains confidence, when Zinc gains control, he is deadly. And this could perhaps be that control factor for Zinc. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for joining us as part of the Gaming Weekly live on Twitch and also watching this on YouTube. AdrianTheVoice alongside AltereDxBeast to set the stage yet again. This is the Round 1 tournament. The winner of this match is going to be advancing into the Triple Threat Fortnite Championship that's going to be taking place next week. Tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting Round 2, and then Friday it's going to be Round 3, and then obviously on Saturday it's going to be the Fortnite Championship Triple Threat, and I believe it looked like yep, there we go. It was none other than Zinc who got that first kill, eliminating Thunder Grizzle there. Can you imagine that? Now, I do want to preface this by saying that it may look like these players are actually, well, up midair, but I believe they're actually building. It could be some sort of glitch here in the replay mode on Fortnite. So you have to ask yourself, though, Altered, you know, whenever it comes to these two players now, we already talked about the psychological factor here, right? Sync obviously has the upper hand. You do not want to get upset if you're Thunder Grizzle. Do you think sometimes whenever you're upset, does that make you a more wounded, quote-unquote, animal? Does it make you more dangerous, or does it make you more of a weakling?
More of a weakling, sir.
So you believe that, well, perhaps maybe Thunder Grizzle is the quote-unquote weakling.
Thunder Grizzle is awesome. He can do anything.
Oh, so you're giving him a chance.
I believe in Thunder Grizzle.
Thunder, a couple of weeks ago, said a quote, "I'm here to make an impact," when part of the Jock clan. He wants to be the champion, but you have to wonder if Thunder will win the match. These two players can build some incredible ramps to gain some sort of leverage advantage. They can create panic ramps. We saw that momentarily moments ago. Now, Thunder obviously going to reassess everything. So it's all about gaining control. It's all about making sure that everyone is going to be staying in line on their own offense. And it's Thunder Grizzle who's just crouched down at this point in time trying to find Sync. And
Thunder
Sync,
Grizzle
who's
can
so
do it.
powerful again.
You have to believe in it.
You're rooting for Thunder.
I'm rooting for both of them. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not that type of person.
But in your estimation, though, between these two superstars, who's going to win?
I
If
don't
you had
know.
to choose one. If you had to choose one.
Thunder Grizzle.
Well, Thunder, that's not a bad choice because it's been well documented. The heart and the will of Thunder Grizzle. We've seen Thunder compete in the past TJW events, and Thunder was at one point, well, an incredible superstar. Look at this. The battle continuing here. These two are going at it.
Thunder Grizzle, don't let
Looks
me
like Sync
down.
has the well, Thunder Grizzle trying to fight back. And it looks like Sync here is trying to fight back as well. And a shot there to the midsection, already eliminating Thunder Grizzle. That's the second point. That is the second point for Sync. Sync has the momentum on his side, meaning that he can take this cakewalk now over the next couple of minutes and try to reassess everything without any pressure on his side as well. You realize that?
Bro,
Well,
he got
that's
it,
not
bro.
me.
He got it. Thunder Grizzle
It
can
was
do it,
7
bro.
months ago tonight. Nonetheless, it was 7 months ago tonight. We saw Yellowish Object, Isaac Kroll, and Golden Mods participate in the first Fortnite battle in TGW. 7 months later, it's Zeke and the incredible Super Thunder that's actually participating in the first round of the tournament tonight, Altered. And this is their opportunity to make that name for themselves, though. This is their opportunity to make that impact, to try to actually catapult their TGW tenure to the stratosphere, a different stratosphere, to climb up the ladder, to climb up right into the mountain, to prove to everybody that they have what it takes to become a champion. This is the first level. This is the first round. Now, again, for Zink, who's my dark horse to win the match, he does have a lot of experience, despite the fact that this is his first TGW. This is his first TGW appearance, and now these two are battling it out now again. These two meeting up center of the map, and again, Think with a shot there to the midsection, evaded by none other than Thunder Grizzle, who's up midair now. So it looks like these two sometimes meet up, sometimes, and obviously Thunder or Zink, they're able to sidestep, and another shot there, almost eliminated Thunder, this time no. And again, these two actually, it's pretty interesting. Now, I want to talk about this for just a second. Have you noticed that sometimes whenever Thunder is actually shooting at Zink and vice versa, they try to mount some offense, but they also switch over the weapons because that's probably the mid strategy. As you saw a shot there right into the skull, taking out Thunder. It looks like Zink has 3 points, 2 more to win this
Come
entire
on, Thunder.
and capture the victory.
Like
Ladies and gentlemen, this may be a mismatch. For the first 3 points, it's been all Zink. It's been all Zink dominating the factor of this matchup. Perhaps it's some sting. It is some sting for Thunder right now. And we talked about the frustrations. We talked about the pressure that Thunder has. Thunder has a lot of pressure squaring up against a man like Zink. Zink, again, with a huge factor, with over thousands of kills, in over thousands of played matches, in over 400 victories compared to Thunder. Zink does have a great case to advance into the tournament.
Zink don't have
Altered,
400 wins.
He does have 400 wins.
No, he don't.
He has 434 to be exact.
No, he don't.
Nearly 27,000 kills, mind you. KD spread at 2.72. Need I say more?
You're just making those up. All right, stop.
No, I actually looked it up. I'm not like you, where I just make things up where I go. No, listen, I actually do my homework sometimes. Or all the time, rather.
I don't get
I prepare for the broadcast, for the great TGW. That's what I got to do. I got to tell stories and also inform facts to the great TGW fans.
Okay,
Embellish
but
the
like,
broadcast. Something
have
that
to
you
lie
probably
about.
might want to do.
You don't have to lie about this man's stats like that.
I didn't lie about the stats. I said it multiple times on a different occasion, by the
Yes,
way.
you
can
did,
look it up
bro.
on the internet. If you go to Fortnite Tracker and type in... No, I did not. If you go to Fortnite Tracker and type RA you will see all the statistics online, and you will see that I'm not even lying at all. These are impressive stats, and that's how great Zinc is.
If I
because
do
you don't
win,
believe these
bro.
stats, don't you?
Oh my gosh. All right. We'll see in the finals. We'll see.
And Zinc is skilled when it comes to building, by the way.
But by the
Does
way,
not want to face
stats
Zinc in that
don't mean
predicament.
anything. Stats don't mean anything, all right?
But it gives you sort of an indication how well player is when it comes to gameplay.
I know,
as
but
these
like,
two
still.
already meeting up midair. And again, I want to preface, oh, what a shot there, already eliminated Thunder Grizzle. This is the 4th point, folks. Now, this means that if Zinc is able to just eliminate Thunder Grizzle for one more time, he's going to be advancing into the finals of the Fortnite Tournament Championship that's going to be taking place next week. So, who you got? Altered?
Zinc. I'm going back to Zinc. Zinc, you got it, bro.
So you went from Thunder to Zinc.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey,
Thunder's
listen,
losing.
not for nothing. I think Thunder's doing a really, really good job. I really do think so. But
I
Zinc
think you're
is
doing a good
much
job
more
too.
experienced.
I think he's doing yeah. Like the dude has
Let's just put it this way,
40-something wins.
Yeah, let's just put it
20-something
this way.
kills.
These two TGW players are doing an incredible job performing in front of the great TGW fans. And this is the tournament to find out who's going to be the Fortnite champion for the first time in this community's history. It's either going to be Zinc, AltereDxBeast. We got Zombie Blood that's going to be participating soon. Obviously, Thunder Grizzle still have a chance, though. We don't know. Perhaps maybe Zinc, this is going to be his capitalization moment before he kills off Thunder Grizzle. And there you see up midair, yet again, Zinc is planning out his next attack, and that's when he's very deadly as Zinc. Altered, I got to go back to the strategy, though. You were talking about how sometimes Thunder has to go right into the attack. Is that really smart for Thunder to do whenever he's in this predicament when he's losing the match?
Yes, Thunder. Don't ever be.
But I disagree.
Thunder,
No, but I
let me
disagree, though.
finish.
Sometimes
Thunder,
we have to... Go ahead.
You have to outplay him, build over here, box trap him, put traps, bro. Do what you got to do. When even use C4. If you're losing that badge, just start breaking his builds, bro. Making them die to fall damage. That gets you kills.
But Altered, maybe sometimes Thunder would have to just lay low, pick up some weapons, and re-strategize to help him win this match.
Thunder Diggle's a guy, bro. Thunder Grizzle, he know what to do.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah.
He said it one time before in the broadcast, I'm here to make an impact. Part of the Jock Superior clan a couple of months ago, if you recall correctly. But it could perhaps just be a matter of moments before it is just straight victory for Zinc, who's been dominating the entire, capacity of this matchup. I talked about it at the top of the broadcast. It may very well be a mismatch, and it's happening right before our very eyes. A mismatch between Zinc and Grizzle. Now, Grizzle is just drinking some potion, trying to regain his life here, and now goes back out to try to schedule a kill. Now, this is going to be the first time, though, Thunder Grizzle's able to kill. If this happens, by the way, hypothetically speaking, if Grizzle kills Zinc, he needs 4 more to win the entire match, as opposed to Zinc, he just needs one more kill to top off Grizzle and advance to the finals of the tournament. And look, that's a shot there again, trying to shoot down at Zinc. May be the upper advantage right now for Thunder Grizzle. It could be for Grizzle. It could be his time here. And you were talking about it. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward.
Grizzle,
Well, this is exactly what's transpiring right now. Thunder Grizzle's
Don't
not being a
lose.
coward here, Altered, and it can happen. Thunder Grizzle's trying to fight back there. You saw Zinc was floating around and is continuing to build here. And it looks like at this point in time, the predicament is beginning to build. The critical point, the factor, and the turning point begins to also shift through. And it's now with a shot there, misses through. Thunder Grizzle goes down and out. And obviously Zinc now is in pursuit. There's up midair is Thunder Grizzle. Thunder Grizzle's just trying to resist everything. And a shot there missed over by Thunder yet again. Is this the moment? Is this the time where Zinc becomes the first winner of the tournament? We're going to find out right now. Zinc needs one more point. It doesn't. He doesn't. RA Zinc advances to the finals of the tournament for the Fortnite Championship that's going to be taking place next week. RA Zinc defeats Thunder Grizzle 9. Now, you do not want to take away. Go ahead.
Hold on, wait. Did Zinc just beat Thunder Grizzle 5-0?
It was 5-0, but you don't want to take away any of the skill set from Thunder Grizzle. We've seen him multiple times in the past. He really is a good TGW player. He's up against a person who's experienced, and this was R.A. Zink. And ladies and gentlemen, R.A. Zink is putting himself right in the map in TGW. An impressive, destructive win against Thunder Grizzle, 5-0. Folks, this is a new member here in TGW. But you gotta look out, because R.A. Zink may very well be a future Fortnite champion. And we're gonna find out next week, ladies and gentlemen, in the Fortnite finals that's gonna be taking place, a triple threat. We know now at least one of the equations that being Zink is gonna be inserted into the matchup. 1 out of 3. We're gonna find out tomorrow who's gonna be advancing. In fact, AltereDxBeast, you're gonna be participating in the tournament as well.
Wow, that is crazy. That is very crazy.
Who's advancing tomorrow? Who's going to be the Fortnite champion? This tournament continues. Congratulations to Zink and Thunder. But for Zink, it is an incredible and an impressive victory.
We're very surprised.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the second round of the Fortnite Tournament to determine the Fortnite champion. And we have two incredible players that are willing to make a name for themselves to catapult their TGW tenure to a different stratosphere. It's God of Hyperdeath versus Assassin Hot Dog 6 looking to make a name for themselves in this tournament now for this tournament round. Whoever reaches for 3 points first will indeed be the winner of this matchup. We'll be joining R.A. Zink, who actually defeated Thunder Grizzle last week in TGW. A 5-on-0 predicament. Nonetheless, AdrianTheVoice at Gameside, and I am honored and pleased to introduce my newest broadcast colleague, UndeadFreak78, joining us for the first time in TGW history. Welcome aboard, partner. You and I are going to be calling the match. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, AdrianTheVoice. Now, first off, I'm just going to let you know I'm here as a permanent commentator now. So that's good news for you, because I'm here to carry you. And I'm just going to let you know, I'm the Sword Tournament champion. So get that right.
Oh my lord, wait a second. I'm going to get to that in just a little bit, but Assassin Hot Dog may have an eye on the opponent. What a shot there. Already the first point goes to Assassin Hot Dog, who needs just 2 more to advance and join R.A. Zink for the finals for the Fortnite Championship that's going to be taking place next week in TGW for the first time in this illustrious community. We're going to find out. But again, under no disrespect, but you're not even the Sword Tournament champion. You have no right to call yourself that. In fact, AltereDxBeast won the match 3 weeks ago on Halo Reach for the first time.
See, I knew somebody like you would just say something stupid. You know, who are you, Adrian? You know, are you the 40th president, Richard Nixon, and his money scandal?
Wait a second. Actually, Richard Nixon was the 37th president of the United States and committed the Watergate scandal. Let's get that right. But anyhow, you lost the match fair and square. Okay?
No. It was the fans. They made me lose.
The fans, what the hell are you talking about, Undead? The fans were innocently watching you play. They have nothing to do with your loss. You know, can we please call the match, though? We have 2 great players that are trying to do all they can to try to advance out of the finals of the tournament that's going to be taking place next week, and you're actually talking about your Sword Tournament controversy.
Just call it. Just start it already.
But, you know, listen, we have great stats revolving around these 2 players, because Assassin Hot Dog has 158 total wins, but has 77 duo wins. And I have to ask you, though, Undead, when it comes to Assassin, does it hurt him, consider the fact that he isn't too accustomed, too skilled when it comes to being alone, having a partner to aid him throughout the matchup? Assassin obviously is here alone, trying to make a name for himself, but again, he has 77 duo wins. Will it affect him tonight when it's solo?
Anything's possible, but I'm just going to say he's kind of unexperienced when it comes to being alone. If he's won more duo matches, then he's possibly, he's not, where you said he's not used to being alone, he's probably going to lose, because he's used to having somebody, and he's going in all alone. He's probably going to lose.
Right, but you don't want to count on an Assassin Hot Dog, who's actually doing a really good job at this juncture of the matchup. He already got the first point. He needs 2 more to advance out of the finals, folks. I mean, Assassin Hot Dog is doing really, really good. He's so deadly, so methodical, and he's so keen to the opponent. The opponent obviously has a chance to win, though. You don't want to count out on the opponent as well. And speaking of which, though, you know, Assassin has nearly 4,000 kills and counting, as we saw in the beginning of the broadcast, and a positive KD spread of a .75. This guy makes a great case for a champion, wouldn't you say, Undead?
No. I mean, he probably could. probably could win. He could prove me
Well, listen,
wrong,
I'm actually
but
rooting for Assassin and God of Hyper Death. In fact, Hyper has 86
No.
total wins, but has only 3 wins when it comes to being solo. Do you believe that will hurt him since he doesn't have much experience coming to this Fortnite matchup here? 3 wins when it comes to solo. Undead.
Well, you know, it kind of makes me think somewhat, try to think, that Assassin could win, but I think I'm still rooting for her, you know, Hyper Death. I just have that feeling he'll win, and I think he will win. But, you know, just 3 solo matches, he could lose. I'm not saying he will, but I'm saying he could.
Let's just put it this way.
I'm still rooting for him.
Oh, wait a second. Look at God here. God has a chance to try to attack. That is known as Assassin Hot Dog, and Hot Dog already has the momentum on his side. Consider the fact that he already shut down God at the beginning of this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Assassin Hot Dog is going to continue this reign of relentless assault here tonight to determine who's going to be advancing into the finals of the tournament, the Fortnite Tournament, the championship for the first time in this illustrious career in the Gaming Weekly. And folks, there's the Assassin trying to shoot that God. Now, we got to talk about this, though, because God is out in the open, meaning Assassin does have an opening to take down the opponent. Assassin does have opening, and look at this, continue to just shoot down the opponent, but cannot do so at this juncture of the match. So, Undead, I have to ask you, though, when it comes to Assassin right now, who has the better advantage? Assassin who's really staying back, or do you think it's actually God who's out in the open?
Well, with God being out in the open, Assassin, yeah, he does have the advantage, but what if Assassin is out and God has that angle? What if he's out there to get the angle on him? Because he can get people better.
It's trajectory. It is trajectory here tonight in this match. A physical match that is revolving around the eyes of the great TGW players. Assassin Hot Dog, though, just able to move back at that predicament and point in time. You know, the longer this match goes, the more it favors Assassin. And the big bad Hot Dog is here to roast. But God is a, well, cerebral player, as you can see, and these two players have to stay focused. They do not want to lose their train of thought and lose their momentum. That's exactly what I was pointing on earlier on when Assassin Hot Dog already got that point. Hot Dog was able to just shoot down the opponent so relentlessly. It wasn't even 2 minutes old, and Hot Dog was able to do so with such ease. So Assassin does have that opponent, that huge opening in this grasp of the matchup to determine who, again, will be advancing into the Fortnite. Again, ladies and gentlemen, AdrianTheVoice alongside our newest broadcast colleague, Freak78, who actually joined us in commentary tonight. We're going to see who's going to be advancing into the Fortnite Tournament Finals. RA Zink already defeated ThunderGrizzle9. A great mismatch, though. We already saw ThunderGrizzle, who was a great player nonetheless, but he lost to RA Zink, who was a very experienced man, who actually got 5 points that round. 5 points, 5-0. ThunderGrizzle realizing that Zink truly is a formidable opponent. And look at God of Hyper Death, who's just able to escape the wrath of Assassin Hot Dog. Assassin Hot Dog is so excited to be competing here tonight in the Gaming Weekly. Assassin wants to make a name for himself. He wants to catapult his TGW tenure right into the stratosphere to become that champion for the first time in TGW history. He wants to climb up the mountain. He wants to climb up the ladder, and does so right now with Assassin with a shot to the midsection right now, trying to attack the opponent. The opponent, though, able to sidestep the man, and once again a shot missed through by Assassin. Assassin realizes this. Oh my God, getting eliminated by Assassin again. Assassin, man, assassinating every single time he has an opening. Assassin gets the kill. And Undead, I have to ask you again, at the beginning of the broadcast, you were just talking about how you're not giving Assassin a chance. You have to give him a chance at this predicament. He has 2 points, meaning he needs 1 more point to advance in this match.
Well, you know, what if Hyper Death is taken, and his strategy being make the opponent think that he's weak, set way at the end he can just go up and start crushing.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. No, I disagree, and I'll tell you why, because this is for the first time in TGW history. For the first time in TGW history, we're actually broadcasting a Fortnite tournament. Do you really think that God is going to let this slip? Do you think that God is actually just going to fake through this? No, God wants to impress everybody. He does not want to fake this through. He does not want to let everyone think that he's actually a bad player. God is trying to do all he can to try to take down the opponent that is being Assassin Hot Dog. You know, so many gamers, though, within the Fortnite community have broadcasted a Fortnite tournament, including iMaverick, who broadcasted the tournament 3 months ago, Typical Gamer, who broadcasted his 9 months ago, and one of the biggest of all, Ninja, who broadcasted his 4 months ago. And tonight, it is the Gaming Weekly's turn, which we are indeed adding our side of the tournaments tonight for the first time in TGW history. Who's going to be the Fortnite Tournament champion? Well, again, I actually said it last round. RA Zink is the dark horse to win this match. That guy is a beast. However, Assassin and Hyper, they're really looking great right now. And Hyper trying to do all he can to try to get control of this matchup, getting shot again by Assassin. Assassin trying to do all he can to get himself back into this matchup, to gain that momentum again. This is a huge rush. And, you know, God can be feeling a bit anxious due to his loss as we speak. But at this particular point, I was just talking about it, the huge rush for Hyper Death. Hyper Death gets more pressure, and Hype, perhaps by all the pressure that's building up inside. It is frustration, desperation, and we talked about the strategy as well. Sometimes building comes into play. I want to preface this by saying that sometimes you'll see the opponents actually floating in there, but it's not the case. In fact, it's actually the Fortnite glitch. And Assassin now again, who's trying to get his third and final point. Is this it? Is this it, folks? Assassin trying to do so, but cannot. Assassin, I have to, or I should say Undead, I have to ask you at this juncture of the matchup, though, between God and Assassin, who do you got to win right now?
I mean, I'm starting to think Assassin will, but I want to give hope, you know, to Hyperdeath. Like, you know, he could come back from this. There's always that possibility. You know, maybe Assassin looks like he's going to win, but you never know. Maybe Hyperdeath goes straight up.
Bit of anxiousness that's beginning to build as this man, and God getting shot down here. Walking right into the shot, Assassin realizes that the opportunity, the window of opportunity for him to advance right now is here. It does it. Assassin does it. Assassin Hot Dog 6 advances to the finals of the Fortnite Tournament Championship next week, and it's going to be RA Sync versus Assassin Hot Dog versus an unknown player, because tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting round 3. We're going to see who is going to be the winner of that one, and then again next week the championship for the finals will be transpired in front of everybody here tonight, right before us in TGW. You know, riveting start, by the way, to start the broadcast, but... And Undead, you are the newest broadcast colleague. Welcome aboard, but, you know, on your first day, you're already calling out someone. Who would that be?
Well, Adrian, I'm going to tell you something. I'm better than these guys. Way better. But I am better. I get extremely better than that coward, R.A. Zink.
Oh my, what is your problem tonight? What is your problem tonight? RA Zink being a coward, yeah, okay. RA Zink won the round 1 tournament with no issues. He stepped to the plate, and yet you call him a coward.
Well, you know, I have some beef with him. He is one of the reasons why I lost my Tournament Champion
Oh my
title.
God. First off, RA Zink wasn't even around when he lost the title, and secondly, he lost because Altered was the better man. Get over it. Will you stop? I cannot believe that you called one of the greatest players in TGW, RA Zink, a coward. He stepped at the plate last time and defeated Thunder Grizzle with such ease. You're going to call him a coward? Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, Undead, none of the great TGW fans or players are cowards, okay? They're not cowards at all. They step up every single week to impress the fans, and they want to impress themselves, and they want to make a name for themselves in this community, and they have to do so by climbing all these different obstacles, yet they're not cowards. Yet you see RA Zink as a coward. That's not right. Anyhow... Well, what a great broadcast here tonight. Assassin Hot Dog 6 advances. Who's going to be advancing in the round 3? We're going to find out momentarily.